Bubba the Love Sponge after show. I mean, I forget, like, where is the after show heard? Everywhere?
YouTube.
Wednesdays, it's YouTube.
Facebook, and obviously Bubba on
YouTube,
radio.
Facebook, and YouTube, Facebook. And we don't do Rumbles, do we?
No, we not.
Good, perfect. So YouTube and Facebook, and then, the other pieces, parts, right? Like tune in, Bubba Army Radio, and any other place that you can steal it from.
Yes.
Something like that, right?
Yes.
You got it.
Now, Lummy sent the audio of my explanation as to why I'm not going to. I'm concerned about going to Ronnie's wedding, Ronnie the limo driver, and Alex is bound and determined that I go.
With him.
I don't know that I'm invited. I mean, Ronnie may have rescinded his invitation.
Bubba, I feel like if we've learned anything today, it's that we need to communicate better. So let's reach out to Ronnie.
Alex, you're on the air via phone, live.
Yeah,
Sounds great.
I'm starting to think this is all a work and that you may not have even been invited to the wedding, Bubba.
Well, I think you can go back and listen to Ronnie when he announced who was coming to the wedding and see that I am. I could actually send you a picture of the invitation if you like.
Well, Bubba, what is your excuse? Because of Don Buchwald, that is not sufficient enough for you not to go. You need to go there and be an upstanding gentleman and show your face and say, I'm Bubba the Love Sponge. I still exist. You guys try to cancel me. You can't cancel me. I mean, what are you thinking right now?
Chat just said, damn, we got him again.
Thank you, little.
I don't care what the chat says, Bubba. I'm saying this not as your friend, but as your manager, as your agent, as your proxy, as a representative of yours. You have to go. Bubba Army deserves this, dude. You have to do it for us, not yourself. You have to put your audience before yourself.
Yeah, well,
you're gonna
listen,
swallow your...
there are going to be a lot of people there that are represented by Tony Burton, and at the end of the day, Tony Burton represents Mike Calta, and Mike Calta smashed my girlfriend in the face and got away with it. You think I feel comfortable about going to this wedding?
Bubba, you have to go into a divorce courtroom with a woman you're divorcing. You have to go into rooms with people you don't like and act
But do
like
you have to dance to the funky chicken?
Hold on.
Do you have to do the Macarena, though?
You may have to go into rooms of people you don't like, but do you have to go to their wedding? No. It's an honor to go to somebody's wedding, and if you're...
It's not his wedding. It's not his wedding. It's not his wedding. It's Ronnie the limo driver's wedding, your friend. If you valued your friendship with Ronnie, which it doesn't seem like you do, you would supersede those beefs, those past beefs. You would put those aside and say, I'm friends with Ronnie. Him and I both like cars. I've known him for 20, nearly 30 years, however long. You're my friend. I go for you. It's not for me. I'm not going to your wedding because I want to spend $2,000 on a trip to Vegas. You do it for your friend.
All right.
Are you going to go?
I need to talk to Ronnie.
Yeah, you do.
I might be overthinking this whole process. It's just tough.
Yeah, because you're not. Ronnie put you over. He said your name, and now you're being disrespectful to him for no reason other than your ego, which you got to check your ego, Bubba. I mean, I know all these people screwed you over, but at some point, a fighter gets back on the horse. You can't just pretend to be, not pretend, but play the victim forever. That's not.
I'm not playing. Hold on. I'm not playing.
A victim. I am a victim.
I'm not playing the victim. I am a victim in this. What in the hell?
What are you at the fucking airport?
Are you on the?
Airport.
Are you out there with the?
I'm at the airport.
Are you out there?
Airport.
Okay.
Yeah, we got it.
I mean, are you on the fucking runway with those
yes,
two?
The runway goes over the lake that I'm at. But now I'm walking away from the runway.
Right.
But yeah, it's really fun. The planes fly right over you. It's actually
I'm so hold on.
Because we don't know what the fuck that's like.
When Ronnie hears the audio that you heard, do you think he's going to be incensed?
Yeah, Yeah, he's going to be totally disrespected and be like, oh, my gosh, Bubba can't. Because, yes, Bubba, you are a victim. I'm not saying that you're playing that, but at some point you can only.
Listen, I need to.
You got to be a survivor, Bubba, and not a victim.
Listen,
Yes.
if that guy,
It's like
if that guy,
It's like a woman who was raped.
If that guy is at the wedding, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know that I can control myself not to go up and end up probably spending most of the wedding in jail.
Bubba, there's all kinds of fathers that have divorces and have to see their stepfathers or they want to hurt him. They don't have. You just have to be an adult. There's people that even have even more heat than you.
Hold on, but hold on. Ronnie is familiar with my concern. Ronnie may not want me there. It may not be the fact
I know that's your fault. That's your fault. Once again, that's your self-sabotaging tendencies to do this for no reason, to be worried, overthink it, for no reason. For a cool event, would have been so cool for the memories. They would have been talking about this because Howard's not going to go. So all they're going to do is talk about this probably for the next year.
Well, maybe I'll change my mind. You know what? Maybe, yes. Maybe I jumped the gun, overthought it. And maybe I need, and yes, all along, probably the manly thing to do, because Ronnie is a man's man, and I proclaim to be, but I look like I'm being a pussy right now. I was being transparent on the air as to why, and maybe that got me in trouble. And I think we're, Howard and Ronnie inclusive, we've all said things on the air we probably should have dealt with privately. This is one of them, and I'll deal with it privately with Ronnie. I'll apologize to him if I handled this incorrectly, and I will take his lead on as to what he wants me to do, including apologizing.
Well, I mean, it's just that you value his friendship, which I know you do. You got to put that first on his wedding. I mean, it's a pain in the butt. Everybody says they like a wedding. Nobody likes going to a wedding, Bubba. Nobody really likes going to. Yes, but not really. I mean,
no,
it's just,
really. But whatever. I understand. I'm the minority.
And he's 80, Bubba.
80.
Yeah, I mean,
especially a destination.
Listen, I'm
a pain in the butt.
It is. It's a pain in the ass, but I would, and it's going to be $3,000 or $4,000.
You already bought the ticket.
Minimum too.
Well, you'd save on the hotel though.
But I'm just saying, which I want. Listen, that doesn't matter. That does not matter. It does not matter at all. This has everything to do with being respectful to Stephanie and Ronnie and not being a disruption, even though he was a disruption at mine. And I need to talk.
Are you in a bird sanctuary?
I probably should have had this conversation with Ronnie before I had it on the air, because it's probably been misinterpreted 100 different times as to why I'm not doing it I'm doing it, Lummy, I truly in my heart am doing it to not so that Ronnie doesn't, it's not uncomfortable for some people.
You don't want it to be a distraction.
Right.
You want me to send this audio clip to JD?
Yeah,
because
please.
he's sending it to Ronnie too.
Yes,
so.
please send this to Ronnie too. And I'll end it this way. Dear Ronnie, I probably handled this wrong. And I probably, again, I'm guilty of probably being too transparent and too real on my show. I was asked about it. I talked about it. I completely fucked up in talking about it. I should have talked to you about it. You probably could have assured me that guy isn't even going to be there.
Right.
And whoever he represents that's there is not going to really be a big deal. And so, quit fucking feeling sorry for yourself and get your ass out here. That's the conversation I'm probably going to have with Ronnie if he accepts my apology for jumping the gun on this. I was just trying to be mindful of his special day and not be a distraction, because there might be some people there that I hate. So that's it. I mean, so let me send that to JD to get to Ronnie. And Ronnie, if I need to, I'm going to text you or call you in the next day or two after you've gotten this audio, so you can tell me what you want me to do. I will.
I'd call him today.
Well, I want him to hear this audio. Anna.
I know. But...
And then I'll call him. I'll call him tonight or first thing tomorrow.
All right.
I think they have tomorrow. What do they work? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays? I think they do.
Yeah, they're off tomorrow.
Yeah, so he's off tomorrow, Anna, so I can call him tomorrow.
Okay.
So let me make sure JD gets this air check to get to him.
Okay.
And Ronnie, in closing, I am so sorry if I handled this incorrectly. I think I may have. But more importantly, I just want not to fuck up your special day. And if being there doesn't do that, then I'm there. I'm so sorry that I jumped a gun on it. I love you. Now let's go fuck some whores. That's what you said on my radio.
Fuck some whores.
And I'm gonna bring the Texas Hangman, the guy that from the pro wrestler girlfriend that you were practically raping on stage.
You think he's really going to mark out to Merch Chris' new titties?
Oh, everybody marks out to her,
Yeah,
especially when she
including me.
wears a formal dress.
Yeah.
And a Jackson.
Super tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No bra.
Nice.
I mean, she her tits are so nice that she doesn't have to wear a bra.
I mean, I don't have to wear a bra, but for different reasons.
You're really helping out those polyamory rumors right now. You're really
Shut up,
helping
Alex.
yourself
Shut
out.
the fuck up.
Alex.
So.
Let me. You want to say it? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. But so listen, hopefully we can rectify the situation. But you have to. This is the one point I wanted to make earlier with city council meetings. It's when I go into these rooms. Another plane's flying at me. But when I go into these rooms, I tell myself, I'm the pimp on the blimp. I'm the one they fear. So when you walk in that wedding, they should be scared of you, Bubba, not the other way around. They should see you and be like, oh, crap, that's Bubba Clem. I don't want to mess with him. You got to turn on the Undertaker and flip that switch when you go there. You don't need to be nervous at all of acting like anything. They're all afraid of you.
But nobody wants to be afraid of anybody at somebody's wedding. That's not the proper.
You just want to be relaxed and get fucked up.
Yeah.
Like me.
Of course.
I just want to take the merch crate back to my hotel room with a railing and blast her over the railing. Hopefully they got good bolts.
But you're having anxiety about maybe, having beef with these guys. They're going to be scared of you. Like, you're nervous of them. So just be chill. You don't have any reason to be on edge or intimidated by them.
Well, when Ronnie says that, then I'm good with it. But I needed to throw it out there, my concerns. I should have done it privately, and I did it like a real fucking asshole. I did it on the air, and now I made it a public event, and now it's something that it didn't need to be, but it's all because of me. But nonetheless, first one, maybe second of the day.
Second.
We'll get it handled, and I will. I know Ronnie's at least a man enough to say to accept my apology. If I'm man enough to say I fucked up, I handled this the wrong way. You've been doing radio as long as I have. Sometimes shit gets away from you, and in this instance, it did. Let me make sure you include that too.
Will do.
I can apologize and say that some of the statements that I made about you on huge podcasts.
Yeah, and look at that. I forgave you.
Look at that.
You're changing you're doing a 180 on how you describe me, and you're going to start promoting me more. I do think this though. Hold on.
Just not in the way that
I do think this though. I do think this, and I'm not trying to stick up for you. But you are my friend. We've had some special moments, and I do have a very special place in my heart for you. But I do think...
Remember we confronted those pedos? Do you remember confronting them?
Yes, we worked together well there. Now, so
you can't do that no speak of English gimmick. Remember
all right.
The guy that touched on those 14-year-olds?
Here's the other thing is this, is that even though you've framed me incorrectly and not to my liking, I think that you
I'm
have...
not a carpenter.
I think that you have... pave the way for when I'm going to start promoting this documentary. I can call these podcasts that you've been on and get booked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can get you on Tim Pool, no problem.
That's what I'm saying.
Come on, I'm opening for him. He's my man.
That's what I gotta think that I can probably. I think Tucker would have me.
Yeah.
I mean, especially about this subject matter.
Yeah, about Howard Stern and making fun of liberal Howard Stern. Tucker would love that angle,
I'm not making fun of liberal Howard Stern.
I'm cutting
That's exactly what I'm not going to do.
You know, Bubba,
if Tucker would say, man, do you think Howard's gotten way too liberal? I'd be like, Tuck, that's not what we're here to talk about. I'm here to talk about my new video that's coming out.
Have you ever besmirched Howard publicly?
Never. I don't think. I mean, when we competed against each other in Connecticut and Orlando, I call him. Yes, we did. But I mean,
what kind of things did you say?
Oh, I just.
But not after you ever worked with him.
Never. I don't think there's 1 second of tape of me ever speaking ill about Howard ever.
No.
And I never will. I never will.
You don't do it privately either. Yeah. You don't.
No, I don't. Not privately. Not anybody. In fact, when people ask me privately, what was it like to work with Stern? You met him. What's he really like? And you and I say to him, the same thing. He's probably one of the most, unfairly characterized persons that I know. Everybody thinks that he's one way, but he's actually very caring, very nice. He always asks about my son, which that's usually not a good guy.
Sore subject now, but
I'm just saying, like he's genuinely a nice guy. He's really and he cares a lot more than people think. He really does care about his friends more than people think.
Well, I believe it. I mean, he seems like a very smart guy. So I mean,
Who cares about his political fucking views and his stance on the world and how woke he thinks he's become? Who gives a fuck about all that? I'm talking about him as a person.
Let me tell you. Listen, I know you're going to defend him, but it was kind of annoying how you used to make fun of Monica Lewinsky and Bill Clinton all through the 90s. And then he had Hillary Clinton on in like 2017. The plane's coming over right now. Plane's coming over.
This whole
over my head
friendship,
directly.
this friendship
Southwest
with
Airlines.
Stein should
Right.
all be if he can get pull his magic and get Roseanne on that he said he was going to work on.
Yeah, but I think I'd rather be Roseanne's guest than her be my guest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you should be Roseanne's guest. Go to her house. And do
No. But not only that, but I mean, like, she needs to ask me questions. I don't think I need to ask her questions.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, did you know when you were on hers? Did you ask the questions or did she?
It's her podcast.
No, but she's gonna bogart the whole thing. But you should do it too because you're kind of Indiana White Triz, and then she's like,
Jew Triz.
kind of yeah, she's like middle class America or whatever.
I think where was she born and raised in Utah?
Yeah, it's like Utah. Then she got famous, or started doing comedy in Denver, I believe.
Yeah.
And she was she's a hit. At one point, she was the highest paid sitcom actress on all of TV.
I know. Did she do well? Did she do well with her money? Did she save?
I think she saved a bunch, but I mean, I think she has a high. Overhead. She has, so she's always looking for deals and stuff. And she wants to, this is the thing is, Bubba, even if you have money, she had a deal like $7 million a year or something like that with ABC, and they kicked her off for a tweet. So it's like the money that you had in that contract that you lost, it's kind of like with my boxing contract.
Oh, trust me. Yeah, hold on. I had.
You want to talk about losing money, Alex?
I had $1 million contracts that were canceled overnight. Trust me.
Exactly.
I went from making $2 million to $22,000 real fast.
And even though you didn't have that money yet, it still feels like you lost it.
You did, and I lost my house. Pile on some legal fees. Throw in a losing a wife with an IRS kicker. Son hates you. Living in a trailer behind the studios. Foreclosed Willie. It's just I've been through it all.
Well, that's what the guy So the guy I've been sparring with, he's an ex-convict. He was working for the cartel. He's a black dude named Jonathan. He was driving a loaded car across the border.
Nice.
And he did about 14 months or something like that in federal prison. But he's my sparring partner because, it's hard to find people to just punch. And the other day I got tired. I let my hands down, and I was so stupid we weren't filming this. But he just gave me 2 shots right in the chest. Messed me up. I had this bad contusion. And 4 days later when I go to box him again, he's like, "No, that's good, man. It'll come back stronger. It'll come back stronger." I do that to a lot of people. I've had my sternum messed up. So you got to come back stronger.
It's before or after you wax yourself?
Well, wax is neither here nor there, but I'm saying you got to break it down and build it back up. So that's, that's how you create muscle. So this is just the process it takes to build it back again. Like Joe Biden says, your favorite president.
Right, my friend. All right. Well, listen, anything else?
No, I mean, I guess not.
We have that other piece of audio you need to listen to. My other concern. There's one, you had the Ronnie deal, which you want to publicly infuse your opinion to, which thank you. But then there's that one that's involving you that you need to listen to and give me some private direction on that.
Yeah, I'll have to figure that out. But once again, once I'm a big public figure, platinum pimp on a blimp, people are going to be associated with me through proxies. All sorts of ways. I mean, you can connect me to people that insurrected on January 6th. You can connect me to people.
Oh yeah.
Number one.
Yeah, number one.
Really look into it.
Number one with a bullet, kid.
That's what I'm saying. So don't make me guilty by association. Is all I'm trying to say. Just because.
I think you already answered my question. I think I know exactly what the answer is.
No, I'm just prefacing whatever preface. I'm just putting that out there because.
I think we already know the answer.
Yeah, we do.
All right, Alex.
No, there's no answer. I'm just saying, when you dance with the devil, you guys know that I stay in some crazy places with some crazy people, and that some of my affiliations are, not.
We're win talking right now.
All right, go blast that golfer chick and get back to us.
Go fuck that golfer chick and get back to me.
Okay, all right. You better go to that wedding, or else I'm going to fly to
You're not
Tampa.
doing shit.
Yeah,
Bro,
Yeah, what you gonna do, Alex?
You want
What
to
the fuck
spar?
you gonna
You want
do?
to spar with me once? Let me try to fucking hit
I'll
you.
spar with you, Bubba. Now you and I have to fight. Now you and I are fighting.
Oh, that'd be a big. But I have to genuinely hate the person I'm fighting. I guess we're headed on that path.
You don't need to hate all these people. Quit hating everybody. Let it go.
Oh,
another
that's the trigger. That's the trigger right there,
you
buddy.
It would have worked out better if your fucking phone was still not working. So you might as well just go now.
All right, Alex.
Bye, Alex. Have a great day. See you later.
We'll talk to you later, buddy. No big deal. Go spar it up, Willie. Become a better boxer, and we'll talk later. Okay.
Yes, sir. All right, bye,
See you later. Bye now.
Hey, Bubba, I sent you. I don't know if you're interested. Tom Brady released his little clip that he had
He did.
of Tim talking to Dion and Shador. A little 27-second clip.
Is it?
It looks like the same picture that we have in our video.
I'm on here.
It's on a Sirius show, I guess.
Yeah, and I was going to comment on this because.
You were there.
Well, no.
I don't know what the clip is. 'Cause I just saw it now. You were there.
Well, no.
I don't know what
Wait
the
a
clip is, 'cause I just saw
second.
it now.
Yeah, I said that.
You were there.
Well, no.
Wait a sec. Damn it.
All right, so. Boom. Is this it right here?
Yeah. It's on his page.
To life. And I'm just thinking about when you was on the field with him and just showing him, just showing him little things. And he took all that stuff to heart. You have no idea.
That's some of the same footage I got.
Exactly.
How many times I used you to get on his butt. So you think Tom has a
Talk
Maybach
later, okay?
in college? Right? You think Tom has a Maybach?
Bye now.
How many times I used you to get
Hold on.
Phantom in college? I have no idea how many times I used you to get on his butt. So you think Tom has a Maybach in college? Right? You think Tom had a Maybach? You think Tom is one of Rolls Royce Phantom in college?
For sure.
All the time. He loves you to life. And I'm just thinking about when you was on the field with him and just showing him, just showing him little things. And he took all that stuff to heart. You have no idea how many times I
they've only been together one time in person for an instructional deal, and it's the video, it's the footage I have. Now, I think Tom went on to say, Lummy, and I was going to talk about it, and I don't want to be disrespectful, but this is the story. Tom Brady's glowing praise of Shador Sanders stops at the Rolls Royce, and I think Shador, and I think Tom Brady feels the same way. Here, I'll read the story. Tom Brady's one criticism of Shador Sanders as the Colorado star quarterback stocks continue to rise. Shador and his father, Deion Sanders, joined Brady on his Let's Go podcast on SiriusXM Monday with the Buffaloes off to a 3-0 start to talk about college football. Tom, do you think a college kid needs a No, is this right here? Let me just I think this is just another. I don't think
bad news for Coach Prime in Colorado Buffalo.
Tom, do you think a college kid needs a Phantom like a Rolls Royce? Dion asked after Shador had made the recent purchase. I think he needs to get his butt. Tom Brady says, I think he needs to get his butt in the film room and spend as much time there as possible. The Colorado head coach said during the glowing interview that lessons from the 7-time Super Bowl champion have impacted Shador's career. Everything you do, everything you say, you have no idea how many times I use you to get on his butt. So you think Tom had a Maybach in college, blah, 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 blah. I got to say, Lummy, that I think Shador needs to realize there's a fine line between having, I think America, which you're now, I think his NAL numbers, what now, 4.1 million?
Yes. It's over 4 million.
He's the highest paid NIL college athlete in the world. And the number I've been told is 4.1 million. Now, he's went out and bought all this super blinged out, platinum Rolexes, and he's got this big ruby encrusted number 2, which is his football number. He went out and bought I don't know, maybe a $150,000 or $200,000 Mercedes Maybach SUV, and I think, and after the game on Saturday, which was watched, ESPN doesn't quite figure it out, do they?
No, they did not.
There was 9.3 million people. They set ratings records. It's the 5th most watched college football game in the history of college football.
Yeah.
And so he has a bunch of middle American eyes on him. He's trying to become a brand in himself. And he's out there in the middle of the field, showing off his probably $200,000 watch and his $500,000 necklace. And that's what now, again, it's on to the 5th highest audience in college football history. I think there's a slippery slope of people turning on you and thinking that you're showing off and being too much of a thug.
Well,
what's your opinion? And Rhett, your mic is on too if you haven't left early.
I think it's just the angry old white guys.
No, I don't even think that. You know what, Bubba? I think, and this is Shador's thing. It worked for his dad.
It did.
You know what I mean?
I think
it was flashy at FSU before the Neal deal. There obviously wasn't this much social media. There wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, so when you saw it, you kind of were like, you had a mix, result on, when Deion came out with all the gold on him and people were hating on him, and he came out, he produced. It's just one of those things that's.
I mean, I do get it. But I think it's a different era too.
Well,
I mean, it worked for Deion, but it might, maybe you're right, Rhett. Only angry white guys like me get mad about it.
But there's more coverage on it. It's everywhere.
But also angry white guys, Rhett, are the ones that control the corporate dollars. Right?
Oh, no, I raped someone once.
Oh God!
No, I think
happens.
I think that's where it's different nowadays. I think the angry white guys don't control the corporate dollars, which I think he sees that, and that's why he's 4.1 million.
I think a lot of these college kids also know that outside of football, if you can garner a relevant following, then there's a lot more ways to make money.
Yeah.
Like the NIL stuff, obviously the ad deals are going to come, but. There's just a lot of different ways they can go. And I also think that Deion set a precedent just because of the type of guy that he is, all of this national coverage. It's going to blow these kids up a little bit, and they are going to lose at some point this season, and it's all going to come back down for a little while. I think they just have some egos right now, but I don't know. I think it's like, I think at the end of the day, there's, both can be true. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing that these college kids are getting paid, but
no. And
I think the amount of money they're getting paid sometimes is a little unnecessary. It's kind of crazy.
I have no problem with them being compensated for their name, image, and likeness. I have no problem with that. But I just think that you humble it down a tad. You swag it down a tad.
And when these guys lose their first game, and the media who has just been on their jock for the last month and a half, 2 months, when people start turning on them and they realize how fickle some of that crowd can be, I think reality will set in. It's just they're very young players, and this is stuff they're going to learn.
And Bubba, like what Rhett's saying, when they lose that first game, it's going to be what you're saying. Oh, they got too cocky. They're not ready for the.
Well, they're going to lose. They're going to lose.
But that's what I'm saying.
What if they don't?
Well, I mean, and if they don't, great. I'd love that. I would be the happiest for my friend.
Yeah, if they go undefeated, Rolls Royce for the whole team.
Yeah, yeah.
USF should fire every single person in the whole entire.
And I don't want anybody to think that I'm trying to be disrespectful to my great friend Deion. I would just say, one of the things. I mean. Tom Brady even said it. Tom Brady said, Lummy, he needs to stop worrying about the Baybox and he needs to get his butt in the film room. Did he not?
Yes, he did.
Okay, well, that's kind of what I'm saying. I'm like, listen, stop worrying about blinging out and showing off what you got and be the best quarterback that you are. You are arguably the number one quarterback in college football right now, statistically. Yeah. And so don't give the haters room to for when you don't have a good game, because not everybody. I mean, you're not going to have a good game every game. No, and don't give them the opportunities to be able to say that you're screwing around, worried about jewelry and cars. Get your ass in that film room and do the work that your dad would want you to do. So I mean, I don't know. I will tell you this, man. Colorado's big business, and why? And still, this weekend, Herb Street and what's the other guy's name? The number
Fowler. Chris Fowler.
Chris Fowler and Herb Street are their number one broadcast crew.
Yeah.
And last week they were in Florida,
Tennessee,
and the Colorado State game had the second crew in, and the Colorado State game, which went clear till 2:30 in the morning, pulled in 9.3 million viewers, making it the most watched late night football game in ESPN history. Now, Deion's team travels to Oregon this weekend. They're heavy underdogs. Why wouldn't that be your game of the week?
Because
why wouldn't you have Herb Street and they don't have their number one, Herb Street and the other guy. They're not calling this week's game. Why? Why is that?
Because I know Fox has rights to I think the Pac-12, so they have to kind of pick and choose.
Did Colorado Did they go down one in rankings?
No, they went up to 10. Or no, I'm sorry, 13?
Or are they? What's the new college rankings? Can you send them to me?
Yeah,
they were 19. They went to 13.
I thought so. I know the AP and everything because I know Florida State went down too. Look, give me a second.
Rhett would know. He knows everything.
Oh, okay. Rhett, what is it? Do you have it? Oh, okay. He's not a big college fan.
It's also the most streamed regular season football game in all time of ESPN. The number 19 Colorado's first two games under Sanders were carried by Fox, with both big slotted, and with both slotted in the network's big noon game. The Buffalo victories over TCU and Nebraska averaged about 8 million.
Oh, I guess I went to 19.
They went to 19 from 18, right?
Well, now you look at the college poll and the AP poll. The AP poll has them going down one slot to 19, and then the coaches poll has them going up 2 slots.
All right. So what's the coaches poll?
Coaches poll has them at 19.
At 19.
Yep.
And the AP has them at 19?
19.
All right, so they're 19.
Yeah.
Well, that
sorry, Alabama went to 13. That's what it was. Sorry, Alabama dropped 3 spots to 13. That's what.
Now,
it was.
what's Oregon like? 9,
10.
So it's 19 versus 10.
Yes.
At Oregon.
Yes.
And what network? Okay, Colorado faces number 10 on Saturday on ABC. It's going to be so ABC is going to clean up. They got the 3:30. Who's the ABC team?
I'm going to see who announces it. Because they could do Herb Street then, too. But they're not there for game day, so it's going to be tough.
Are they doing game day there?
No, they did it last week.
Yeah. Who's Georgia play this weekend? They play anybody? I mean, what are the big matchups for this weekend? What are the big sexy matchups for college football this weekend? I'll tell you one thing.
Technically Florida State Clemson, because it's at Clemson, so that's always an upset game, too. Colorado, Oregon, obviously.
What's Clemson rated?
They're not rated, but they dropped out of the top 10, so that kind of hurts.
Texas A&M, Auburn.
Yeah, Utah, UCLA.
Texas A&M and Auburn. Who's rated what?
Nobody's ranked.
All right,
those two teams are
out.
Ole Miss and Alabama, 15 versus 13.
Okay.
UCLA, Utah, 22 versus 11.
Yep.
Right.
Ole Miss, Alabama. You just said that.
And then another good game, Oregon State, Washington State, 21 versus 14. Another one I think is going to be closer than people think is 12 LSU versus Arkansas. Arkansas is not ranked, but they definitely play them hard. And then you got Notre Dame. This is the biggest game. Notre Dame at Ohio State, 9 versus 6 at Notre Dame. So that's probably that's the 7:30 game on NBC, and that's going to be definitely a huge game. Notre Dame, Ohio State, and then
what's the line on the Colorado Oregon game?
It was 20 something. Let me see if it's moved.
Oh, it's that much?
Yeah,
man. That wow. I'd lay the farm on Colorado. I don't think they're going to get beat that much.
Yeah, I know it was over 20. So let me just double check.
Is Oregon that good?
They're very good, yeah.
I mean, real good?
Yeah, they have a very quick offense, and their defense is actually pretty good, too. But,
plus they get that little boost playing at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get
the 3-point Willie.
Yeah, exactly.
The Bucs are damn near 10-point underdogs going into Monday Night Football.
They're 5. They're 5 points right now, the Bucs are.
Okay.
Who are they playing? Oh, the Eagles.
On Monday night.
I guess Bill Maher talked some shit about Howard. Did you see that?
21 is the Colorado one. Sorry.
Did you see that?
Yeah, he's kind of.
But he goes, but haven't we had enough of that?
Hold on here.
Basically, he says, Howard Stern always gets on the radio and says he loves his wife. I've never been criticized for this.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? I'm just asking.
But he goes, but haven't we had enough of that? Like, what about his first wife? I feel really bad for her. Anyway, so.
I mean, you as a radio personality, you talk about who you love currently.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't talk about what you had and didn't and divorced from. You talk about the new dime piece that you're rolling with. What's Bill Maher got up his ass?
Bill Maher,
I think
they've disagreed for the longest time. They've gone back and forth.
But they were friends.
But then when Bill Maher was talking shit about Howard, and then Howard talked shit about him back in like 2000.
Yeah, but I thought they've all repaired all that.
Well,
I'm no longer friends with him.
Howard Stern said he's no longer friends with Bill Maher because of the shock jock. He said the shock jock talks about his wife Beth Stern. Well, who else is he supposed to talk about?
I'd like to hear more.
Howard Stern no longer friends with Bill Maher because he said the shock jock talks about his wife Beth Stern.
And he goes on about how much he loves his wife Beth, which he has been doing on the air for like 10 years.
Yeah.
All right, well, what's wrong with that?
Well, let him finish.
Well, we know Howard had this other wife before Beth. How does this gushing about the second wife, how does that make the first wife feel?
Who gives a fuck?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, Anna, even you, as argumentative as you want to be, who gives a fuck?
No, he clearly just doesn't like Howard for other reasons, and he's bringing that up, so.
And Bill Maher said that they were starting to get along.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, not anymore. Let me look at. We did a little. Remember, we did a little Google on the Dion.
Yeah.
You know, the Dion shades that aren't available till whenever. And look,
They're all there.
they're there to buy, right?
What's up with the helmet? Are you buying a helmet?
No, I'm not buying no fucking helmet. But you know what? I guess Anna. So hold on. Hear this. Anna yesterday asked me when I played that clip of me going through the trails of Columbus.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anna asked, "Did you have your bike helmet on? Did you not?"
Yes, I did.
Look, did you see what appeared next for a minute ago? Bike helmets.
Yep.
Yep.
You're going to tell me
listening.
they're not fucking listening?
Of course.
They're listening. Whoa.
Hey, sexy.
Yeah, they're listening all right.
Outrageous
That's no
moment.
secret.
Ohio cop tells a dad his 11-year-old girl could be charged for making child porn after she was groomed by an adult predator online and was made to send pictures of herself. Now how
Okay. I mean, I didn't send that. I don't know where it came from.
I think it was something that you sent that like timed out and went to the next story.
Yeah, I did send something about an 11-year-old girl sending nudes of herself to a boy, and then they got leaked, and then she almost killed herself. That story, but not this story.
Is that this one?
No.
No, this one's about and the cops were kind of dicks. They said the cops definitely.
Is there a video of it?
I don't know if it shows the video on here.
Yeah, I don't know. It may just be clickbait where it shows the video, but it really doesn't show the video. My daughter was a victim of an online predator. She's 11 and he's a grown man. He manipulated her into sending pictures of herself. This is where the police responds at midnight and hold on, maybe this is it right here, right?
Housekeeping.
Yeah, she's in bed now. It's already asleep.
Well, it still happened though, right?
Yeah. I just the whole point. I just wanted you guys to come over and talk to her.
I mean, she could probably get charged with child porn.
Who she can? She's 11 years old.
She's creating it, right?
She's 11 years old.
Doesn't matter. She's still making porn.
No, she's not. She's being manipulated by a grown-ass adult on the
Is she
internet.
taking pictures now?
You guys have a nice evening.
Okay.
Thank you for coming.
What a bitch!
Yeah, no shit.
What an absolute.
He called the cops.
If I'm the chief of that agency, I'm telling that bitch, that Anna bitch.
Huh?
No, but like have some compassion.
He called the cops on.
He called the cops for them to show up tomorrow morning for him to talk about the fact that he has found that this grown man that's grooming his daughter into sending pictures, and she has sent some pictures to him, and he wants to report it. And the female cop's answer when she knocks on his door at midnight is, well, she could be charged sending
creating child pornography.
Did you know the state attorney of Sarasota County, the great Ed Frodsky? Did you know they told the Merch Crick that she's lucky Mike Calta didn't press charges on her for battery? Did you know that?
No.
Yes.
That would be the best.
No. They said it to her over the phone. They said, you're lucky Mike Calta doesn't press charges on you for battery. You battered him. Are you fucking kidding me? That's the same as this bitch saying your 11-year-old who's been manipulated by a grown-ass man it has sent some inappropriate pictures to this grown-ass man, and you're not going to worry about the grown-ass man, but you're going to try to turn the fucking roles around on my daughter when I'm the one calling you guys?
Hi.
Yeah, she's in bed now. It's too late now. She's already asleep.
Well, it still happened though, right?
Yeah. I just the whole point. I just wanted you guys to come over and talk to her.
I mean, she could probably get charged with child porn.
Who, she can?
Mm-hmm.
She's 11 years old.
She's creating it, right?
She's 11 years old.
Doesn't matter. She's still making porn.
No, she's not. She's being manipulated by a grown-ass adult on the
Is she
internet.
taking pictures though?
You guys have a nice evening.
Okay.
Thank you for coming.
I don't think that's a good look for the agency at all. I think if I'm the chief, I have a fucking problem with my cop running her fucking mouth.
Oh, they're investigating it.
You mean on her end?
Yeah.
Meaning the cop?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
What?
Just that look. Oh, it was clickbait.
Yeah, now you're in the clickbait.
I love collage.
Yeah, there you go.
It's hot.
There you
I like
go.
that look.
Nice.
No, but look at it.
Yeah.
Did you see that? The girl on the clickbait? Right there. Look at that. So they are investigating?
Yes.
Like, shut your fucking mouth up, bitch. Working for my agency. This is the NFL guy. Oh, I'm not laughing at the situation.
I have no idea what the fuck is going on here.
Yeah, listen. So this guy,
he is not well.
He's an ex-NFL guy.
Yeah, not the best player ever. But...
No, just kind of a journeyman for like 6 years.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Something Brown.
It says up in the corner. I can't read it.
Shiloh Brown. Something Brown.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Let me minimize the photo so I can. Missing
Sergio Brown.
Yeah, Sergio Brown appears to surface in Mexico with this outrageous fucking video. Ex-NFL player Sergio Brown went missing after his mother was found dead in the creek near her Illinois home. Appears to have been surfaced in Mexico. Now, he's the number one suspect.
Mm-hmm.
They think that he killed his mom. He's this former NFL guy that played a few years. It really wasn't a significant player at all.
No.
And so now nothing screams that you might be a little bit guilty is after they find your mom, you flee to Mexico. Now, it's not like you had a planned trip or, you just out of nowhere, the next time they hear from you, you're in Mexico with this bizarre fucking posting on your social media.
News. Fake news. Fake news.
Fake news is not the fact that they found your mom dead in the creek behind her house.
Saying it didn't even happen.
And you fled. Well, I'm sure there's a body.
Well, yeah, but he's saying it's like not my mom.
It has to be the FBI that came into my house on Bob Marley's death day, which was 511 Agent Gas, unwarranted. They kidnapped me twice from home, the Maywood Police Department, right? Chris Football did it twice. Aaron Peppers was there the second time that it happened. It had to be the FBI.
It looks like, in the midst of the tragic situation at home, it looks like he's kind of getting his party on a little bit.
Yeah.
Or the Maywood Police. I thought Mom.
He's at a fucking beach bar in Mexico.
Yeah.
Was on vacation in Sinaloa.
It's vibing.
That's fake news. Get the my goddamn face. She retired. If you want to come to me, the Maywood Police got to give me money. FBI had to do it. They got the power to do some like that. What the is going on? That's fake news. Don't come with me.
Well, they're going to come fuck with you, buddy. I promise you.
It's fake news, Bubba. It's fake news.
Lummy, have you been watching Special Ops The Lioness yet?
No, I have not, but I do have it on my list to watch this weekend.
Oh, it's good.
Is it?
And there's so many hot chicks in it.
Oh. It's on Netflix, right?
Did you see? No, it's on Paramount Plus.
Oh,
Did you see where they pulled the Boebert, the hot Lauren Boebert.
Yes, the congresswoman.
Yeah, the one that's
from Colorado.
The hot,
very sexy.
God, she is really.
I like her with glasses too. It's a good look for her.
Yeah, there's her being removed from the theater. And she was on her first time date with this dude. Now it did show her rubbing his dick,
and he was rubbing her tits,
and he was rubbing her tits quite profusely.
Which, God bless him.
Yeah, I mean,
they deserve to be rubbed.
Who cares? There's no kids in here. I'm rubbing my girls like this girl right here. Here, like this guy could rubbed her titties.
Right. But he didn't.
You can rub titties. You can get a little bit of a handy in a dark theater. We've all done.
Yeah.
Let's not confuse the fact that the reason why the photo looks like this is because this is a nighttime security camera. It's dark. You can't see very well. It's a dark, only thing that's lit are the aisles, the markers for where the chairs are, and a possible spotlight for the play. So you can get a little dick rubbing or a little titty grabbing, right?
Absolutely.
We've all, Anna, did you ever mess around in the movie theater? Ever as a child?
As a child?
Well, as a
child, no. As an adult, also no.
Well, what I'm saying is like let me, when I was like 15, 16.
Popcorn game.
Well, we never really played the popcorn
Cheetos.
game, but we would grab the girl's titties and we'd try to have their hand on her cock,
Of course.
On her cock?
No,
we would try 2023
we would try to have her hand on my cock.
Oh, right.
Of course.
And then you try to get some titties and you try to make out.
It's just foreign to me.
But that's when you were like in when your mom or dad would drop you off to the movie theater and you were meeting a girl there, Lummy. Then you tried to get up in the cut, like in the corner, and you were like a fucking octopus, literally. Poor
That's
girl.
why you went to the movies.
Yeah, you went there to try to finger.
You didn't go with like your girlfriends?
I had.
Or your guy friends?
Yeah, I did, but they were having a couple chicks they were trying to hook up with.
I just went with my girlfriends and just hung out and played the popcorn game.
Yeah, and so how many girlfriends did you go?
But there'd usually be 4 of us.
All right, so then me and my 3 buddies would show up and we would all try to fucking pair up.
Oh, yeah, no, that part never happened for me.
So, and would they pair up?
No,
and
we were all kind of like
you'd be by yourself?
No.
See, the way we would do it is, not every time you got paired up, probably 80% of the time you didn't get paired up. But on the 20% of the times that you'd have a girl sit by you, like a Lisa Lorien or something like that, you try to get a little titty.
One time I leaned on a guy's shoulder. I thought that was pretty crazy.
He should have grabbed your hand and put it right on his cock.
Yeah, he didn't do that.
You went Nicky Doherty on him and rubbed those cords right down to 0.
That's right.
Had Smurf hands.
Blue hands.
Anyway, I guess now she's catching a bunch of flack. She's getting kicked off various committees and things like that.
Yeah.
Which is bullshit.
Right. Can't be kicked off like a Christian youth group. I mean, come on. Clearly she's a great candidate for that.
Look at that. She's got some big titties, too. And my buddy who used to work in Washington said, man, she was the hottest of all.
Yeah, it's not like there's kids there.
Look, and she's just hitting a little fucking vape pen, blowing it through her fucking nose.
There's a kid right fucking behind her.
Oh, and I think I think the mom says don't hit the vape pen.
Yeah, you're not supposed to smoke indoors, you dumb bitch.
Watch. Hold on.
What does she say? I want to know so bad. I know you can't tell, but.
And she really takes a big old hoard on. I mean, she takes a big old pull off this fucking deal.
What do you think the audio would be? Is she just like, this song? You think she's being really loud and annoying?
She hits her vape pen, boom, blows it through her nose like a real fucking.
Some guy's fucking fate. Like, well, the back of his head, but still.
Yeah, they didn't react.
Because he's like dead.
Hold on. No, she's getting them titties. She's pulling her titties. She's pulling her titties out. I mean, not pulling them out, but she's now. Hold on. He actually she has her hand on his cock, and now he's kind of putting his hand on top of her hand to kind of hide her hand.
Yeah.
Why she rubs the night away. Look, let's see.
Ooh, she's like, yeah.
Oh, yeah now a kiss on the cheek.
Just putting it out there.
Oh yeah. Now the old guy is telling her the good news. You guys have got to leave. You guys have been disruptive.
God, I wish she would have gone out kicking and screaming. That would have been the best.
But my buddy says she's just hot as absolute fuck.
Oh, she is, no doubt.
Oh, I hear, and then we've seen all
These
this.
titties, I mean, they're just like out.
Oh,
and
they're screaming. They're like
ready.
Merch Crick's titties, do they not?
Yeah, they are.
Okay, this is all stuff that we've seen. And it says Representative Lauren Boebert, how you say your name?
Boebert, I guess.
Has been removed from the bill of conservative Christian youth. The Conservative Christian Youth Summit following an incident where she was kicked out of a Denver theater for getting a handsy. Getting handsy with her date and vaping. What, let me?
I said those kids are disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were hoping to get some action from her.
Although, who's this? Who's that?
That's Donald Trump Jr.'s.
Yeah, that's Guthrie.
Kimberly Guilfoyle.
Guilfoyle. I don't know.
They got her photoshopped up, do they not? Please.
She's airbrushed.
Charlie Kirk, Congressman Byron Douglas, Donald Trump Jr., Boebert, and Guilfoyle are all supposed to be there.
Yep.
And now they photoshopped her out.
Oh, I love it.
And she's no longer wanted.
Yeah, who the fuck wants to go to that anyways?
She carrying a gun right there, Lummy?
Yeah, yeah, she does a lot of open carry.
You fuck with me?
Now, is Colorado full weed open carry? Hell yeah. Right?
Yeah, there you go.
Full weed open carry, right?
Yeah, except you just can't grab your boyfriend's dick in a movie theater, I guess.
Vape in someone's face.
But you can. See, you can grab. You don't think there were other
She's
dicks?
not going to jail for it.
I know, but you don't think there were other cocks that were grabbed at that? At the
I'm sure they were. But they also weren't in Congress.
And are they being bastardized and being, let out to pasture? No.
She didn't lose her job. She's getting called out. She's a public figure. That's what happens when you're a public figure.
Now, remember when the guy, Lummy, from that 70s show, he first got his 30 years?
Yeah.
Last week.
Yeah.
When that bitch was like, I have no plans of divorcing him.
Yeah, you could probably even I've lost all my articles from last week and I've been cleaning things out, but you could even probably find it for me, Anna. I know you had it for me.
I'll find it.
But last week, the minute they sentenced this motherfucker to 30 years, she was like, I'm going to stand by my husband. I'm going to stand by. Motherfucker, nobody's going to stand by nobody for 30 years. I'm just going to be honest. They're just not. You're just not going to stand by your fucking significant other for 30 years. What are you supposed to ruin their? I mean, what is she? How old is she? Let me see. I'm looking at here. Well, she's. I don't know what she is, but let's say that she's. How old?
43-year-old.
Okay,
43.
All right.
He's 47.
All right. So she's 43. So he's been sentenced to 30 years to life to prison. So she's 30. What'd you say? 35?
43.
She's 43. So she's Anna by attractive, have money standards. A 43-year-old girl, she's not her entire. She has quite a bit of life left in her.
Yeah, I mean,
she's got all of her
scenario,
40s.
He gets 20 years and then probation.
All right. So that's the best case scenario.
Yeah.
So that puts
here we go.
her
6 days ago,
at 56. From 43 to 63. Or even 53. You got so much life to live.
Oh yeah, so many experiences.
And you're
to be
right.
had. I just sent it to you, by the way.
You're right there in the power alley of having some really nice experiences in life.
Absolutely, got a little money.
Yeah, you got a little money.
Bit wiser.
Yeah. And here we go. Danny
6 days ago.
Masterson's distraught wife. Is her name Bijou?
I guess.
Bijou Phillips.
Oh, that scared the shit out of me.
Realtor.com.
Thought someone was right behind me.
Has no plans for divorce after rape conviction. Bijou Phillips is distraught after her husband Danny Matterson, 43, was sentenced to last week to 30 years in prison for rape. But the 43-year-old actress says she has no plans to end the 12-year marriage. She's had a very difficult time since the conviction, said a source. She loves Danny and has no plans to file for divorce. She will be by his side for it all. By the way, she's got money. The daughter of musician John Phillips, the lead vocalist for the Mamas and the Papas.
Wow.
And an actress. Guinevere Waite is surrounded by family and friends to try to stay positive and in good spirits during this difficult time. Well, guess what? She's now filed for divorce because I guarantee you her Tom Bean or whoever can talk some sense to her came to her and said, hey, Bjorn, where the fuck your name is, your husband is worth X amount of dollars now. But if you divorce, I guarantee this is how it went down.
Yeah.
The girls that made these allegations, they needed to get a criminal first, then you go civil. Mm-hmm. But when you got the criminal in your back pocket, the civil is so much easier because
it's already been convicted of the crime.
Right. So it's not a matter as if you did it, it's that you did do it. Now we got to fucking come up with a settlement.
Right.
So, but that will take a bunch of money. Mm-hmm. So they say Bjorn's his wife, who was so adamant about standing by his side last week, her Tom Beans came to her and said, hey, Bjorn, before these fucking 3 or 4 little bitches get all the money, you need to come in there with a big swooping divorce, 50 cents on the dollar, half the house equity, half of every fucking thing, right? Mm-hmm. Half of his 401k through SAG, all of that. You get that, and then let those 3 or 4 little bitches go ahead and get the scraps of the 50% that's less. But if you let them go and get it all, bitch, you ain't going to get nothing. If you let these 3 women, there are 2 or 3 women that made these allegations that stuck. These allegations stuck now in the court of law. This guy's in prison for 30 years. He did it. Well, hold on. That's not very fair for me to say. Maybe he didn't do it. Nonetheless, 3rd or 4th one of the day.
3rd.
Society has deemed that he did it.
Yes.
Right?
I mean,
so
they got a lot of records.
Go get your money. Get the fuck out of there while there's still a little bit money to have, because trust me, Gloria Allred and every other big fucking Morgan, every other big sling and dick attorney are gonna fucking line up to the cows come home to represent these women, because the civil case is nothing but fucking a couple depositions and some paperwork.
Let me ask you, because she requested for spousal support during this. How is that, like her way of protecting it from maybe the lawsuits?
Yes.
Okay.
She's got herself a Gina Hunter that says we got to come in here and protect these assets under spousal support.
Okay.
And also, you know, they have a 9-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
So the court will set aside X amount of dollars to support, you know, what his child support would be.
So let's say he's worth $50 million, right? And then
is that what he's? What is he
no,
worth?
but
let's see if we can get his
okay.
worth.
All right.
What is his name? Danny What's his?
Yeah, Danny Masterson.
Masterson.
Hey Alexa, what is Danny Masterson worth?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, he is believed to be worth approximately $1.4 million.
I got $8 million.
Dollars.
I got $8 million.
That means he's worth about 5.
Yeah.
So he's worth about $5 million, and it's hard telling what kind of house they live in, whether they own it outright or they got a ton of equity in it. If they got a ton of equity in it, on it, she can sell it and get that. Mm-hmm. You know, scale down a little bit. And then the court will say, okay, to raise a 9-year-old in fucking Los Angeles, it takes, and court, he doesn't have any job, but it takes $4,000 a month.
She's supposedly worth $20 million.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, still, she's going to take every fucking penny he's got, as she should.
Yeah.
To just raise that 9-year-old. But they go and get it now before the civil sharks come and get it.
Makes sense.
Because the civil sharks are going to come get it.
Get everything else he has?
Well, I mean, what deposition? I mean, what is to figure out? You've already been convicted by a court of law.
Yep.
That said, he did it.
He's fucked. So you think the lawyer came in and is like, look, you got to protect that now. Divorce him and protect it.
Quickie divorce, yeah. We didn't even get to this thing yesterday. That was that big fucking deal that Biden made.
Oh, God. On 9/11, too.
Oh, that's a bad look.
He announced
Did he announce it deliberately on 9/11?
Well, he's never mind.
What, Iranian exchange?
That's a bad look.
He came out and announced it on 9/11.
Does he think that would be something we could rally behind?
On 9/11?
He saved 5 Americans, though.
Yeah,
but he gave him 5 also.
And hold on, here it is.
5 American citizens tonight are on the final leg of their years-long journey to freedom. Just hours from now, the prisoners who were wrongly detained inside Iran will arrive back in the U.S. to Fort Belvoir, not far from where we are here in the nation's capital. It took months and months of secret diplomatic talks, and here's what we know about the high-stakes deal. The U.S. released $6 billion of frozen Iranian oil funds and let 5 Iranians who were facing charges for nonviolent crimes walk free. Republicans tonight are voicing concern about the money headed to Iran, a state sponsor of terrorism. Now, earlier today, we saw the Americans get their first taste of freedom in